The first video is going to be underarm waxing. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do when you get your pots is turn them all the way up. You want to make sure that hot enough to burn you. So how you test them is that you're going to grab a stick and you're going to swirl, make sure you mix your wax. And you're going to get a little bit of wax on one side of the stick. It shouldn't be runny, like you should be able to hold it up and the wax not drip completely off the stick, okay? So then you're gonna put it a little bit on the inside of your wrist and check the temperature. So that's perfect. It's not too hot, it's not runny, it laid on really good, and I'm just gonna pull it. You want to cleanse the skin, so I'm just using a baby wipe. And you're going to cleanse the skin. Make sure you don't have any deodorant on. If you want to do this right after a shower, just make sure that the area is nice and dry before you apply the wax. Okay, so again, I'm just cleansing. I am going to put down a little paper napkin and I'm going to put some sticks out. Cotton round, and I am going to wear gloves just because I am at the shop. The other videos, they will be from home, but since I was here making the kits and filling them, I figured I'd take advantage and go ahead and do a little video. So I am using baby powder, and I'm going to use the powder just so that the area isn't damp. You want to make sure that it's not wet or else the wax isn't going to stick, okay? So just a little bit of powder, making sure it's dry. So you're going to grab some wax. You don't need a lot, okay? You don't need a lot of wax. Let's see how do Instagrammers do this. You don't need a lot of wax. Hold your skin taut. So I'm using my right hand. I'm going to just look and see where the hair is growing. So don't do big patches, okay? And you're just gonna glide the wax. Make sure it's not too thin or else it will break. Okay, so how are you gonna pull it off? So you're going to hold the skin. Normally, I would hold from down here and pull up, but because I'm using my right hand, I'm going to stretch the skin where I can, so it's going to be back here. I'm going to pull it up a little bit. You see how I flicked it up? And I'm going to completely remove it now. So I'm doing little patches. It shouldn't hurt too bad, and you should have been able to get some hairs off. You don't get a lot, okay? Just get a little bit of wax. Again, just seeing the way your hair grows, wax in that direction. I'll put a little more over, just so that the wax isn't too thin. Make sure it's dry. If you touch it and you're not getting stuck to it, it's dry. Again, pull up a little bit, just so you can lift it up. Rehold. So try and hold your skin taut and just pull it up. You can apply pressure if it's a little painful. That one kind of hurt a little bit, but I got a lot of hair. So now we're gonna do the last little piece, and it's gonna be right up here, okay? So let's see if I can show you how much wax I'm grabbing. So I grab the stick just from the middle. I'm just scooping up a little bit of wax. So the last strip that I have left is my hair is growing up. So that's where I'm gonna go, okay? So there's like some little residue here. I'm just gonna pick it up with the tip of my wax. It's not completely, well, now it's completely dry, but you kind of use that same little stick to pick up wax. It's dry. I'm gonna hold the skin taut. I'm gonna pull 1, 2, 3, and there you have it. So if you have little hairs left behind, you can tweeze them. Just hold your skin just with the tweezer. You can go over it. Don't go over your skin any more times than that. just because you don't want to lift the skin. Remember, the wax is hot, and if you keep going over and over the same spot, you run the risk of lifting your skin. So please don't go over your skin. Those little hairs aren't gonna bug you. They're gonna grow out, or you can just tweeze them, okay? So now you're gonna do the same thing with the other side. So because I am right-handed, the left side is always a little harder for me to apply the wax, but the same thing. So I'm gonna grab the stick. I am going to get some wax. I am using my right hand to pick up the wax because that's my dominant side, but I'm gonna use my left hand and I'm gonna apply the wax in the direction of the hair growth. So I am applying pressure when I am putting the wax on, and that's gonna help the wax get those hairs from the root. If you are not applying pressure when you're spreading, you're gonna notice a lot of little hairs left behind. So same thing, I'm just gonna hold the skin with my left hand, my right hand. I'm gonna pull up a little bit, and I'm gonna just pull. And I'm gonna pull this in sections just because I'm not left-handed, so it's harder for me to pull it off. And then you have it. Let's do another one. So same thing. It's like a little bright. Just spread. Don't try not to do such big sections. I kind of, again, I'm right-handed, so that's probably a little too big to try and pull off. And if you make them bigger, honestly, it's gonna hurt a little more too. If you have somebody at home that can help you, definitely, to help pull it off. See, I did it too big. So I'm gonna hold the skin, I'm gonna pull up a little bit, and I'm gonna pull up a little more. Perfect. You can use the back of your wax to pick up any little things like that. So my hair is coming off really good. I'm gonna do one more just to get these hairs on this side. Okay, same thing. Look and see where your hair is growing. Mine is growing everywhere. Alright. So same, I'm holding the skin, making sure that it's dry. So now I'm just going to peel. So I'm making sure that I pre-peel everything so it's all up. So now I'm gonna pull, and one more. Yay! Looks pretty good. So those little ones aren't gonna bother me. I'm going to put a little bit of witch hazel on a cotton round, and then I'm just going to go over the area. This is going to help with any redness or irritation. My skin honestly doesn't get too red, so I'm really thankful. You see there's still some little hairs there, but again, not that big of a deal. And that concludes our underarm wax video. So hope that was helpful. Again, remember, don't go over your skin, over the same area too many times. You don't want to lift that skin, and just double check and make sure that that wax isn't hot. Test it on the inside of your wrist before applying it anywhere, okay? I'll see you guys shortly for the next video.